Hey everybody, today on HowTos, I'm going to show you how to make Nashville hot chicken. Let's get straight into it. So firstly, we're going to start with 1 teaspoon of salt. Next we'll add in half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of ground garlic, half a teaspoon of onion powder. We'll add in half a cup of hot sauce. I'm just using regular Louisiana hot sauce. 1 cup of buttermilk. And we'll just crack in 1 egg. Now we just want to give this a quick mix and get it combined. Now basically this is going to act as our brine marinade and also our egg wash. So that's why we want to flavour it nice and strong. So what I'm going to do now is add in 8 chicken drumsticks to this. Now you can obviously use whatever cuts you want, but try to use ones with the bone in. If you're going to use something like the breast, it's going to come out dry once you cook it. So drumsticks are my personal favourite. That's the easiest to eat as well in my opinion. So just give those a good mix, get them well coated. So all we're going to do now is just cover this with some cling wrap and just push it down just to make sure it stays in there. Now place it straight into the fridge. We're just going to leave it for about 2 to 3 hours. Alright guys, so as you can possibly hear in the background, I've got my deep fry preheating now. So that's just to 170 degrees Celsius. So in the meantime, we're going to start to make our actual cayenne butter. So just into a small saucepan here, I've got 200 grams of salted butter. To this we're going to start by adding in 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. Now if you like me and you like it extra spicy, just add another half a tablespoon. That's just up to you. Next we'll add in 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and to stabilize all that we'll add 1 heaped tablespoon of brown sugar. Now I'm not going to add any more additional salt to this. You can if you like, but because the butter is already salted, that's alright. If you're using unsalted butter, just add in 1 teaspoon of salt. Now we just want to melt all of this down. So just keep it on the low heat. Alright guys, so once that's all melted down like that, all we need to do is turn the heat off and just keep it there so it stays warm. So we'll begin by flouring our chicken now. So guys, this step is pretty straightforward. All I've got here is a bowl with about 2.5 cups of flour, and I've just added a tablespoon of salt to that and mix it together. That's all it is. So with our chicken, we're just going to mix it again, make sure all sides are still covered. Just like so. Get each chicken, lift it up, just let that excess drip off. Then we'll dip it straight into our flour mixture. Then take it straight out, shake the excess off, then we're going to dip it straight back into our butter and milk mixture. Just make sure you get a good covering again. Let the excess drip off, then straight back into the flour mixture. So shake the excess off, and that's 1 piece of our chicken ready. And we'll just place it into a tray while we repeat the same process with the rest of our chicken. Now if you want it to be lighter, you can just dip it once in the flour, but obviously with fried chicken, the crunchier it is, the better it is. Am I right? Alright guys, so we're ready to fry it. So as I said, 170 degrees Celsius oil, and we'll start to place our chicken straight in. Now just place them in slowly. After a couple of seconds, just quickly shake them in the oil, just to make sure they're not sticking to each other and not sticking to the walls of the fryer either. Now guys, with drumsticks for example, it will take around 13 to 15 minutes to fry. So do keep that in mind. A lot of people say it'll be done in 5 minutes. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. So don't rush this, just let them fry. If you're doing it with breast, obviously it's going to take less time, but it's going to be dry. So I do suggest use drumsticks or thighs, anything with a bone. Okay guys, so we're at the 14-minute mark now. As you can see, the chicken's starting to float up. Generally, this is a sign that it's cooked all the way through. Now, there is such a thing as over frying it as well, and that's the last thing we want. So I'm quite satisfied with these. If you're in doubt, guys, just grab one, pick it up, just check it. There's nothing wrong with that. So what I'm going to do is take them out one by one, and I've just got a steel rack here. Now just let that oil drip out for a couple of seconds before placing it on the rack. Alright, so there we have it guys. I've just got them on a steel rack. Obviously it's suspended so all the extra oil can come out. Now obviously they look bloody beautiful, don't they? Just look at that. You can really hear that crispiness. So what we're going to do is let them rest there for a couple of minutes. If we put the butter on now, it's just going to go soggy. We don't want that. So I've just got a pastry brush here. All we're going to do is just brush it straight on. You want it to look like that. And there we have it guys. So traditionally it's served on white bread with pickles, but I'm just going to keep it straightforward because really that's all you need. And as for the crunch itself, can you hear that? I hope you liked that guys. Please like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Snapchat and Instagram. If you've got any comments or suggestions, just leave them at the bottom and I'll see you all next time.